I'd just like to wish you all a happy Christmas and offer the hope that whatever 2025 has been like, 2026 will be better. For the Christmas flight this year, we're in Iceland. We're going to fly along the northwestern edge of Iceland to a little airfield, Bravo India Sierra, which is nestled inside a fjord, which is very challenging. Now, it turns out that most of the navigation aids in Iceland are still NDBs, and there is an NDB approach for Bravo India Sierra, so we're going to try that out. Now, in order to do that, I've had to find an aeroplane that's actually got the ability to interact with it with an NDB, and so we're going to go in the V-Flight Air Cherokee. I hope you enjoy the video. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, and as always, if you enjoy my content, why not consider a small donation through the Coffee link in the description to enable me to fund future content. Thank you very much. Okay, so we are at Bravo India, Bravo Romeo, which is a little strip north of Reykjavik. Picks for its location as much as anything else. And we're going to fly the NDBC cloud break procedure just for fun. And we're going to fly in V-Flight Air's lovely Piper Cherokee. So here we are on the ground, this tiny little place. I'm just going to go through some of the planning bits and pieces before we do anything else. So we've got the chart here. We'll bring the approach a bit closer to the location, but we are looking for 3,300 feet, and we hit the Romeo Echo NDB. So we'll talk about that later. Now, the question then arises, how do we know where we are? Well, there's very little in the way of radio navigation aids in Iceland, actually. But there is a VOR, a VORTAC at Keflavik. So what I've done, because you can't measure distances in Navigraph yet, which is a weakness, has to be said. I've set it up the flight plan in LittleNavMap as well, and I've got a 30 nautical miles to our Romeo Echo, 20 nautical miles and 10 nautical miles, and then we're going to use the VORTAG and the DME out of Oscar Golf to cross-check our location. So what I'm going to do is get it all on there. There's the VORTAG. There it is. So that's the VORTAG. We'll measure distance from the VORTAG to the various waypoints. This is where it becomes problematic. Let's just hide the flight plan for a minute. To be honest, that's probably measured distance from the VORTAG. There we go. To the 30 nautical miles. So at the 30 nautical miles milestone, we've got a 9-degree track. And 89 nautical miles. At 20 nautical miles, this isn't ideal. You could do something a bit more offset, but you've got what you've got. So That's 6 degrees. And 98 nautical miles. We haven't quite got what we need, have we? There's the 10. Nautical miles is there. Measure distance. Measure distance of VATSim. It's about there, isn't it? No, it's not. How annoying. Hang on. Let's just delete that. If I do measure distance from there, measure distance from there. Now I can see it. Okay. Measure distance. Full tack. To there's 4 degrees and 107. We've also got, just get rid of these. If I remove those two. Okay. We've also, when we get to 10 nautical mile, we've also got a DME of 19 nautical miles. Okay. From Oscar Golf, which is a NDB, but does have a DME as well. Okay. Right, let's get rolling, shall we? Turn off all of that. All right. Okay. It's after the hour, so we'll go for the right-hand tank for now. All right. All right. Clear prop. Brake on. Okay. Okay. Right. So let's just get everything set up, shall we? So the first thing we want to do is we want to set up the VOR. Catholic VOR is 112.8. Alright, am I getting anything? Nothing. Now we might pick something up. We are 100 miles away, so it's possible it won't work. Now the other thing we want is 354 on the DME, but we want on the NDB. And the NDB is... we need 316, so... we need 316 and we need 400. So we need 316 on now. Then we need 400. And we're going to set 354. So 316 is the frequency. And then we're going to set the DME to 110.1, yes, to 110.1, yeah. Is that the secondary? Let's just see what happens if I change that. I'm on 2.0. That might be a faint hope at that distance, but we'll see. Okay, we've got plenty of fuel. Starting to warm up, we're not really getting any signals yet. So we're going BIBR. Weather no matter for this. Oh, okay. 1013 is the pressure. Temperature is 14. Okay, good. Now let's just get that's reading the wrong. That is reading the wrong height. Wrong elevation. Interesting. Okay, so I think we're going off on 2.4. Yes, before. Yeah. Go for a 2-4 and we'll do a right hand circuit and then depart from the circuit. Right. Looking for 9 degrees, aren't we? Yeah, 9 degrees from 90. 30, 2010, about that. We're looking for a DME of 89. I think that's a faint hope, to be honest. But okay. That's the taxi light. Are we warm? Yeah, we're warm. Yeah, we're good. It's in a new place, isn't it? It's there. Okay. So we'll back the runway and we'll see if we can pick up that VOR when we get into the air. Slight crosswind from the left, from the left when we're checking off. We're going to aim for 4,700 feet. Okay. wasn't it? Oh yeah, we've got a DME. Clocking up. That's good. And we're aiming to be on 354, aren't we? Out there. What we doing for height? That's about right, I reckon. It's the 354. Alright, going through 2,700, another 2,000 feet to go. Might just do is set up that one as well, set up the secondary. Okay. Doing the height. Almost there. Done something there. What's that doing now? Oh yeah. How about that? The height is 4,000, so we're looking for 4,700, I think. Yeah, 4,700. When we get to there, we'll set altitude hold. Okay. Power, latitude. Altitude hold. We'll settle into the cruise. DME we've got now is 82.9, so we're not far off the 30-mile fix. One 2.8 we want on that. There we go. And we'll set, what did we say it was? 9. When that crosses, just out of vague interest, what's the distance to 30? Measure distance, we would expect about 39 nautical miles from the DME and 29. Okay, so we're past the 30 nautical mile point now. Oh, hold on, where did I get that wrong? That's 10, 20, 29 degrees, isn't it? Interesting. We're also not at the 30 nautical mile point yet. No, I got that completely wrong. Never mind. We haven't actually, looking at the map, we haven't actually got to the 30 nautical mile point yet. We're maintaining our what happened there if the air pressure changed or something. Yeah, that's the 30 nautical miles point. I reckon it's too far away now. I wonder if it is too far away. The DME should be reading about 40. Yep, there you go. The DME's right. So we know we're about the right place. 30 miles to run to RE. Okay, let's just have a quick look at the chart then and talk about what we're going to do. So we're doing this NDB cloud break. When we get to Romeo Echo, we need to be at 3,300 feet, and this is effectively a 3-degree glide slope. So we're going to be swinging left onto 332, and descending. Once we get to Oscar Golf, we need to be at or above 1960 feet, and then to DME, we need to, from Oscar Golf, we need to be at 1300 minimum altitude 800. Then we're coming down to the decision point. This approach point at 4.5 DME, and if we've got visual conditions, which we have, then we're looking at 500 feet, otherwise it's 600 feet, and that's a bit leery for an aircraft to slow assist, to be fair. And then we're going to follow this curve round, look, and then land visually. Okay, so 3,300, 1960, 1300. Okay, so when we get to 29 dear me, I know we're at 20 miles to run. And we are being pushed a little off course to the left, so I think what we might just do is go a little bit to the right. Where are we now? 39. Okay. So that is 20 miles to run. Now I've got a new Fly with Lure add-in, which was highlighted on the weekly roundup on explain.org called Coastal Conditions, which is quite interesting. So you can set the snow, which if I just look outside, there have been some reports of it crashing. I've not had any problems so far. Look at that. It's rather fun, isn't it? I think we'll leave it at that for now. Now when we get to 10 nautical miles, which is 19 nautical miles dear me, we're going to set up for the descent because we want to be at, just pick up the plate again and have a look. We want to be at 3,300 when we turn over Romeo again. Okay, we're 1 nautical mile away now from the 10 nautical mile point. We're going over there somewhere, aren't we? Now, when that gets to about 9, I'd expect that to start swinging, and at that point we're going to switch to the other frequency, and we're going to turn on to 332. What are we doing for height? $1,000 to lose, haven't we? Another 5 miles. What are we doing? 700 feet to go. Isn't that beautiful, eh? Okay, we're starting to what height are we at? If you look at that, that's happy with that. Spot on. And that's going to start spinning. There it goes. And we're going to 332. Right. And we are switching. Why is it doing that? I set it to... Hang on a minute, that's not right, is it? Reading the wrong thing off. Oh, you idiot. Wait. Let's just get ourselves back on track again. That was going so well up to the point where I missed. Well, that seems strange. Now we're looking for 1960. No less than 1700 as we cross. How are we doing for height? We are bored, dear me. And we're looking to be at 1960 when we crossed. Dear me. Okay, altitude hold now. And we are missing the dear me just by a little bit because of the wind, so what we will do is just turn a little bit that way. I think. So we've got maybe so we've got to go 325 now, and we're on 327, which is 5 degrees. So I think we're probably going to be looking at 320 as we go. What's it? Yeah, we're folding on here. Look. Quite neat. Where are we? Half a dear me. Okay, 0.35. speed. And then we're looking for 1300, and we're going on to, you said 320, didn't we? And then we're looking for 2 DME, we should be at 1300. Although, I'm not going to lie, it's a little bit scary being this low down. That's not going to do it, is it? We're a bit high. What are you doing? I want vertical speed. Sometimes I think you twitch. You catch the wrong thing. I mean, to be honest, I'm personally quite comfortable with this height. Because the approach fix is... It's doing that. Why is it doing that? I want it to go down, not up. What am I pressing? Unless it's too low. It's just too low. Don't know. Where are we now? We're at 4 DME. 4.5 DME, we're at the decision point, which is there. Starting, I think. Where are we? 5. No, it says you should be at... minimum height for this is 500 feet, which does just seem a little bit scary to me, to be honest. Right, let's start the turn in. Going down there, that's where we're going. You can see the flashing light there of the airfield. What's the height now? That's the height now. We're about 500 feet now, so I think it's probably time. Whoop. What happened there? It's probably time now to configure for landing.
$500.
Okay. See the runway coming up?
400.
It really is. Very entertaining.
$300. $200. $100. $50. $40. $30. $20. 10. 9. 8. 7. 6. 5. 4.
I must spoil it then by losing control. So there we are. We have arrived. It's Iceland. Fjord. Or something like that. Bravo, India, Sierra. You see, well, photos don't work so well. Vertical cliffs. That's certainly interesting. Certainly an interesting experience. GA's over there somewhere. Yeah, there we go. Alright. Okay, so strobe off. Have lights off. Landing light off. Beacon light off. And off. And off. And out. So we made it. A few rookie errors along the way, but we got there in one piece. Thank you for watching. I hope you're having a good Christmas, and please don't forget to like and subscribe. See you in the new year.